this part here.
On the end.
So we've done, we've done extensive soil investigation in this area, strictly for MGP contaminants. There's been a lot of other operations that have gone on the Century Paints property over the last 100 years. So, but our focus is really on this area here. So we really can't address any issues that may or may not be, outside of this area. I think that's one thing that, that we should point out. But for the area that we're investigating related to the historic MGP site, we have extensive environmental investigation about, what we've been looking for and what we're planning on removing.
But the part of the creek that you're doing extends behind that building, right?
We did. We actually did sediment sampling upstream to delineate where the impacts were upstream and downstream, and that's why we chose the portion that we did, because nothing above where we stopped was found to be impacted, and nothing below where we found was found to be impacted. That's why we just isolated that one area. The impacts associated with MGP plants actually move very slowly over time. That's why there's fairly easy to clean up. They don't have a lot of mobility, so they don't really travel far. Once they're in the soil, they don't move around and so forth. So they really stay localized to the plant operation.
Did you have a chance to test any of the soil back there yet?
Well, we've done soil sampling to determine where the impacts are. So that's how we designed our cleanup plan, based on where the impacts are. So I mean, we've done a lot of analytical sampling of the soil and groundwater over the last, since 2009, and all that information has been provided, to the borough, and is available as public record with the DEP as well.
Okay, and I did see, well, he didn't mention it, but I guess this would be a good thing to mention too. Wait a minute, let me find it. That I think you're going to come and report to the borough, to the meetings, at our meetings.
Yeah, we would like, I mean,
every now and then you'll
yeah,
come
I
and
would say
report
once a
and let
month
us
would
know what's
probably
going.
be.
Oh yeah, borough update meetings, May 2016, May 17, August 2017, and on. You will come and.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
Mr. Fern, if during the excavation of the site, the excavators discover something other than what you're looking for in regard to another toxic substance, will they be in a position to handle that situation to remediate?
Yeah, these are professional environmental remediation contractors, and anything that's discovered within our footprint will be disposed of appropriately. So, I mean, we're not going to go outside of the MGP area to look for anything additional, but anything that's found commingled with the MGP impacts is taken care of.
Okay, so there should be no safety concern for the residents in that area?
No, we're gonna have air monitoring stations set up around the perimeter of the facility, around the perimeter of the site, and those are going to be monitored continuously during operation. And we'll provide a report to the borough as well. From when we did Bristol, we did them bi-weekly, so that's something that we can do as well. It also is for like dust control, air quality, and so forth. Not only for worker safety, but also for residential safety as well.
And one final question. What do they estimate the cost of this operation to be for Peco?
Well, that's really kind of an internal, it's a kind of an internal cost. It's something we don't really publicize what the cost of these cleanups are. It's not really a public record, but it's expensive. So it's not a, it's gonna, this project will account for roughly probably 80% of my budget for my entire MGP program for this year. So.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank Peco for going to that expenditure for the public safety of the people of Darby Borough. Thank you.
Yes, it should be, once it's complete, the stream restoration and the hillside where we're taking the material out, it should look really, really nice. And we have a full detail that we can also provide of what the restoration efforts are going to look like when we're done. So.
Thank you.
I'm
Sure.
very interested in posting updates for our residents periodically, so I'll be reaching out to you sometimes just to give you an update on things.
Okay.
Like different, without information from you, people fill in the blanks and it's not always correct. So I'd like to come to you, the source, whenever something comes up, and then maybe you can send me something that I can
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Because we don't want to hear about this later now, so, anybody else? Yes.
Yes, hi, my name is Paula Brown, and I live right in the area. And my question is, I've been in contact with Chelsea Fazzino from the Department of Environmental Protection, and I was the one that informed the DEP and publicly stated it on social media that there is a possibility of 55-gallon drums of some type of chemical from Century Paint, because residents and former employees that do not know each other have come to me and told me the exact same story, that they would bury these drums years ago. I don't believe it's in your area. From what I'm being told, it's over by the trestle, which you're not going back that far, right? You're just going along Century Paint towards the parking lot.
Yeah, just
but
basically
you're not
in the
going
loading dock
underneath the
area.
trestle or in that area
No.
towards that creek. Okay. Well, the DEP is aware of the possibility of the drums. I guess they're waiting to see if you guys find anything. My question is the remediation of the creek. From what Chelsea has told me, I guess it'll be dredged. Will that, like, you're not going to fill it back in, are you, once it's dredged, like when you take it out, the sediment?
No, I mean, the sediment, the impacted sediment will be removed, and then it will be replaced with clean fill to the existing
In the
drainage.
stream,
In the
creek. Because it's very, very, it's not that deep there anymore. And one of the problems we had, specifically with Hurricane Floyd, was one of the reasons why a lot of it flooded in that area was because the sediment had built up to a point where it just spread out. You know, the water just spreads out when it floods. And it has, you know, if I was kind of happy that you guys were going to like dredge it and remove the sediment, I thought it would be great just to leave it that way so it would be a little bit deeper and it wouldn't, you know, protrude.
I mean, the restoration of the stream bed will be conducted in accordance with the Army Corps of Engineers approval. So, you know, basically what we provided them is how the stream is going to be restored, and you know they've made, you know, all the recommendations on how it should be restored appropriately. So. You know, I'm sure, you know, there's not going to be as much sediment in there as because, like you said, it's built up over the years. But I think in moving forward, it'll be, you know, there'll still be some fill. You know, we're just not going to excavate down to bedrock and just not leave anything. So.
Okay. And the area where you are going to be excavating, I believe right in that area, during Hurricane Floyd, there were several 1,000-gallon drums of some type of chemical. We thought it was tetracycline. I think the chief thought it was tetracycline. We don't know what it was. It was bright blue. It turned the entire creek bright blue from that area into Eastwick in Philadelphia. So I'm assuming, you know, maybe, we don't know if that affected the chemical or not, but what the residents are upset with and concerned with, there's a very high rate of cancer in that area. Several people on that block have passed away from cancer. So they were concerned that is there a possibility or a link of either from Century Paint's chemicals or from the, you know, manufactured gas plant. You know, I told them just to wait until, because the reports are available up in Norristown.
All right, Ms. Brown. They said there's a number there that you can call them and ask any questions you want. Thank you. Was there anything else from council? Anybody else in the audience? All right. Thank you so much for coming out and giving us that report. We hope to see you again out here. All right. Thank you.
That was rude.
Sure was.
People died, Janice, and they're scared.
How do you know?
I know them.
You're not dead. You're not dead.
I grew up with them. Well, it's Mary Jo Richardson's family.
Oh, Miss Brown, you exaggerate too daggone
A
much.
woman's dead.
Can I ask you a question?
Dead.
Is there a report?
Oh my God. Are you sure it's from that? Do you have proof? Do you have proof that it's from that?
That everybody.
I already asked that
There's a high
question.
rate of cancer in that area. Is it possibly linked to that? You don't know. They don't know. No
And
one.
you don't know either. Isn't it funny? Nobody knows. These guys are the professional, and you're the only one that knows. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, forgive me, everyone.
Ghetto operation, when people, residents have a right to.
Excuse me, what was that, Miss Brown?
This is a ghetto operation.
Oh, you want to
Ghetto operation? No, you're ghetto.
Absolutely.
You're ghetto.
When a resident has
Miss
a right to
Brown,
ask a
stop
question
politicking
about
in
a
this
health
meeting.
problem,
Stop
you're gonna
politicking in
shut
this
somebody
meeting.
down.
You're politicking.
No,
Is there any, oh.
it's called doing your job.
Stop politicking. You're not
Start doing your job. You did not inform any resident that this was happening.
Brown,
You
guess
should have
what?
told people
Guess
they
what,
were
Miss
going to
Brown?
be here tonight.
You were
So
mayor.
the residents have a
You claim
right.
these barrels have been here for a long time. You were mayor and you was on council and you never did nothing about it.
The
So
barrels
leave it
were
alone.
put in place
You
before
never
I
did
was
nothing when
born.
you were mayor.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I guess
is
13
right.
years old
Don't
when they
call
were
on
burying
God, baby.
them. Oh, I'm supposed to do something about it.
All right.
You didn't inform them.
I just found out 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God. Let's move on. Engineers report, please.
Good evening. The first thing I just wanted to bring up